Hey everybody, this is Blue. Well, I was online a little bit yesterday and I couldn't believe what I was reading, and so I had to do a little bit more research trying to find a more credible source for what I was hearing, and it was about supporters of Marianne Williamson that have supposedly formed together to create an occult task force. I do not like it when people decide to take their spirituality or their other beliefs and throw that into the political world. I think that it can be a mistake. But then again, maybe I should change my point of view and embrace it and add to it. We have, in the last couple of years, had a lot of moments that I think put witchcraft paganism in a bad light. First off, there were people that were wanting to do binding spells on Donald Trump. They were going to do a binding spell every, I think it was new moon, until he was out of the presidency. And then last year we had the situation with, I think his name's Ken Kavanaugh, but Kavanaugh is his last name, who was going to be nominated to the Supreme Court, and he had a questionable past, and so there were a bunch of people that were going to curse him, hex him. And both events got a lot of national coverage. Their Fox News was throwing a shit fit about it. It just gave the pagan witch communities some bad publicity. But here we go again. Apparently, a member from a Reddit group r/Miriam2020 said they have 13 chaos magicians, witches, and energy workers prepared to help the presidential candidates score more airtime in the Democratic race for president. When I read that part right there, I automatically knew that this was a joke. 13 is a number with a lot of stigma in the real world and in the witchcraft world. A lot of covens are set up where they are to have 13 members. Okay. So to me, this is somebody who was trying to make it sound more badass than it actually is. And that's why they say they have chaos magicians, because in the trendy world of what's witchcraft, there has been a lot of emphasis on chaos magicians. So I think this is possibly just one person saying it's more than what it is. And so I kind of have to laugh at this. But unfortunately, if you read a little bit further down, they got the whole orb gang community is tapping into the power of memes to reflect back on and multiply, and thus giving Marianne Wilson more attention. But that name that they gave people like us, the whole orb gang community, I'm sorry, I don't want to be referred to as that. And so this kind of irks me a little bit. Should we be putting our beliefs into the political world? In many ways, yes, because we have so many Christian groups and Christian fundamentalists that do this on a daily basis. And so in a way, it is our way to fight back to even out the playing field. But I think we need to do this in a more serious note. Instead of being the orb gang community, being like the witches of the United States group or something to that effect. But I've been thinking about it, this all day long, and I decided that, maybe we should just add to it. So I would like to introduce two groups that I would wish that would take off. Now, the first one is Warren's Witches. That's right. Elizabeth Warren should have some witches to stand up and fight for her, to help her spread her cause, because the craft for change. But everybody knows I'm a Bernie supporter, and yes, I love my Bernie Sanders. And so I would like to start Bernie's Black Magic Brigade, defending democracy with the black arts. That's right. And our purpose is to not only protect Bernie, but to counter all these Christian spirit bombs and spiritual warriors that they have that are trying to impose Christian values on everybody else. So instead of being idle, everybody, let's decide who we're going to support and use our magic against and for our candidates and the people that we are against. What do you think about that? I think it is an important step in liberating ourselves from being silent all the time. I think that we need to speak out. And so if you would like to join Bernie's Black Magic Brigade, please leave a comment below. I think that Bernie does stand the best chance of defeating Donald Trump, and so let's back Bernie. So everybody take care. Be at peace.